Hi everybody, Frank Gambale here. Thank you for being here at the frankgambaleguitarschool.com. This course is going to be a very extensive theory course, but I want you not to get even the slightest bit of trepidation or fear when you hear the word theory. I want you to be excited about learning theory, and the way that I'm going to do it and present it is so methodical that in a very, very short space of time, you will absolutely get it and understand it and be able to use it. There's a couple of misconceptions when it comes to learning theory. One of them is, if I learn all this theory, I'm going to lose my feel. Now that is one of the silliest statements I ever heard in my life. Remember that knowledge is power. Knowledge is going to expand your possibilities and your horizons. So theory definitely falls in line with that. The other statement I hear a lot is, if I learn a lot of theory, I'm going to play jazz. And that's not true at all either. Some of my favorite musicians and artists are ones that can mix tons of different kinds of elements into their music, drawing from not just the heart and soul and the feel when writing, but also from a theoretical standpoint. Marrying the two together is where fireworks really happen, in my estimation. So I've found in my many, many years of experience teaching folks just like you, is that in a very short space of time, I can pinpoint where the holes are in the learning and the understanding of music. And it stands to reason that this happens because when we're learning the guitar, we're getting information from a ton of different sources. We might learn a little song over there, and then somebody shows us a lick, and we'll pick up little bits and pieces from all over the place to try to make sense of it all, right? So we fumble along to some degree without a very methodical approach to learning the guitar, music, and harmony. I want to fix that because I see a lot of holes in people's playing. One of the things I like to do first is to go right back to the beginning. We're not going to spend a lot of time, but if you do it methodically, you will understand it and you will never forget it, and you'll always have access to it and you'll always be able to use it. So I always say this: when you're building a skyscraper, let's use this as an analogy. When you're building a tall 100-story building, no one ever starts on the 13th floor or the 17th floor or the 25th floor. First thing they do is dig an incredibly big hole in the ground, sometimes 5-6 stories down below. Big hole. You have to make an incredible foundation to be able to go up. And that's the same philosophy I want to use here when it comes to getting rid of all those holes in your understanding of music and filling them in and getting a strong foundation to build from. And you're gonna know a lot of this stuff. There'll be things you don't know, but what I want to do is make it a consistent, methodical theory course that we can follow from start to finish. It's not lengthy and it's not heady. I always say that if you can count to 13, that's as hard as the math is for music theory. It's really that simple, and I'm sure all of you can count to 13. So theoretically speaking, it doesn't take that much to learn theory, at least the understanding of it, because the math is so simple, really. And when I show you in this methodical approach that's taken me years to develop, you're going to get it right away. No one's ever shown it to you exactly the way I'm going to show it to you, so I'm very excited to present it.